Welcome to the Expansion Code Bridal Edition, the show for bridal hairstylists, makeup artists, beauty pros, and yes, even brides who want the behind the veil scoop. I'm your host, Heather Dick, bridal business coach, salon owner, and ringmaster of a 50-person squad that styles hundreds of weddings every year. Around here, we go beyond the hairspray. Thanks scaling your business, setting boundaries, surviving high-pressure moments, and creating client experiences that everyone raves about. So whether you're building your bridal empire or planning your big day, grab a coffee or champagne, and let's talk business, beauty, and a whole lot of bridal. Yo, this is Heather. Welcome to episode 50 of the Expansion Code. I'm 50. That is a Saturday Night Live reference, and if you are probably younger than 25, you're not going to get it. Look it up. Liza Minnelli. Well, anyways, I digress. Okay, 50 episodes. Can you believe this? How exciting. Wow, I feel very accomplished. I really took off with a bang. It was overwhelming, a lot more work than I intended, even with a producer and an editor. So I am so grateful for Callie and Nina, Metamorphosis Media. You guys are the ish. I am pretty excited for 50 episodes behind me with 50 moments of growth, honesty, quite huge pivots along the way. When I first started this podcast, I had one goal, and it was to create a space for real, honest talk about business, leadership, and scaling with intention. We talked about burnout. We talked about hiring your team management, team retention. We talked about branding, mindset, and big expansions. And every single episode has been a piece of my story, and maybe yours too. Maybe you could relate to every single episode, or hopefully at least a few if you've listened to the whole 50 so far. But okay, so today, episode 50 isn't just a celebration, my friends. I'm 50. It's a rebirth, if you will. It's a huge decision to go all in the next chapter, and I'm changing things up. I'm going back to my roots. I'm niching down. I'm leaning in. The Expansion Code Bridal. I'm so excited for this. I could talk about this in my sleep. You know what? I probably do. Ask Cameron. Actually, just kidding. I don't have nightmares about bridal, thank God. But this new season going forward is for the makeup artists building their empires behind the chair. This is for the stylists turning wedding seasons into six-figure revenue streams. It's for the planners, the creators, the photographers, the beauty professionals who know that this isn't just a side hustle, that you couldn't actually do this full time. I'm using air quotes. What's your real job? This is a movement. Quick pause because I have to brag on my first business baby, Blush Artistry. If you know me, you know that Blush isn't just work, it is love. And we are talking hair, makeup, skin treatments, private personal training, the full beauty experience inside and out that makes you feel like the main character, whether it's your wedding day, a birthday, or just because you love taking care of yourself. My team, they are absolute pros. They've got the talent, the heart, and the hype to make you feel amazing. That's why Blush is the go-to beauty squad in Western Canada. Can I get an amen? So if you're ready for a little glow up moment, head to blush-artistry.ca or catch us on Instagram at blushartistrymua. All right, let's get back to the show. I'm here to support you all along the way. I'm here to build that up for you. I'm here for you to prove to those people that have said this isn't a real job, that not only is this a real job, this is a job you don't even have to do full time and you can make full-time money. Can I get an amen up in her? I built my business in the bridal world. I went from me, one person, to a team of 50 plus. And take it from me when I say this, okay? The wedding industry, it'll chew you up and spit you out if you are not prepared for it. It is fast, it's fierce, but it's filled with untapped potential. And I think that that's one of the reasons why lots of people get into the bridal industry. They see the money, the dough, but they don't really realize how hard it is. I shouldn't say hard. It's not hard. It's just, it's challenging in different ways. You know, you've got ebbs and flows. You've got high season, low season. There's lots of things to talk about that. So in the Expansion Code Bridal, we still talk about business, like I said, but this is like laser focus on what it takes to grow in one of the most competitive, creative, and emotionally charged industries in the world, especially in my city that I live in, Edmonton, Alberta. You know, we're an oil country. We got money here, but we're blue collar. And so Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm not going to go into it. We'll talk about it in an episode, but there's people drop money on weddings. So we're going to cover things like how to book your dream clients without burning out. How do you build, right? And getting from the start, go from charging nothing to charging 200 per service for hair and makeup. Why your brand matters more than your bridal updo. Pausing for dramatic effect. What it really takes to go from passion project to profitable powerhouse, and the behind the scenes of building a bridal beauty empire. And she's nitty gritty. This is still going to be real. It's still going to be raw. It is still rooted in strategy, community, and those moments that make you go, oh, hell yes. But now it's bridal, baby. And we're just getting started. I love a rebirth. So whether you've been here since episode 1 or you're just hopping on, welcome. This is where we go deeper, we get braver, and we grow something beautiful together. So thanks for riding that wave through 50 episodes. Here's to the next 50 and to a whole new era of expansion. Let's go, baby. Thank you so much for tuning into the Expansion Code Bridal Edition, your VIP access to a booked out, balanced, and thriving bridal business. If you love today's episode, hit subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow beauty pro. For more tips and behind the scenes magic, hang out with me on Instagram at IamHeatherDick or visit theexpansioncode.ca. Until next time, keep slaying those styles, leading with confidence, and remember, every detail counts, and so do you. Another little disclaimer, while I love sharing advice and business wisdom, I am not your lawyer, I'm not your accountant, and I'm not your fairy godmother. If you do want to be best friends, though, you can hit me up. Everything on this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only, so no lawsuits, okay?